Yeah.
Everybody getting maxes. You gotta max everybody.
But it's like, do you give him that max?
Don't want to.
I don't know about that. So from
that
that particular perspective, I feel bad for Boogie. Number one, because he never made the playoffs. Number two, because he was putting up MVP numbers. You know, he was averaging like 25 a game 12 and like 5 assists or 4 assists, something like that. So obviously those are MVP caliber type of numbers. And honestly, if the Pelicans would have been able to sneak up and get a top 4 seed, why not? Why not him for MVP? I mean, you know, with the way that he was playing and how dominant he was, even him and AD. I mean, yes, they kind of cancel each other out, but I don't believe in that personally. I don't believe in that. I think if you have a team with 2 MVPs on it, give one of them the MVP if they were the most valuable player in the league. Like, you have teams with 2 guys on it. Yes, they both depend on each other, but you can't tell me that they can't do that without each other. Which is the same reason why when people use that argument against Steph Curry and KD, I'm like, why? Why not? You see what life is like without one of them on that team. Like, so they're still valuable. Yeah. Yes, but it's a different level than when it's DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis on the floor than it is with Anthony Davis on the floor. Right. Totally different level. So the value is still there. So it sucks from that standpoint, but it is what it is. But in terms of the Pelicans, I mean, where do you guys think that the Pelicans can go from here, to be quite honest? Like, if you're the Pelicans, where do you go from here?
I think you have to see how the rest of the year plays out. If you slide out the playoffs, well, then we got some discussions to be had. Like, if we slide out the playoffs, like, what do we do with Boogie? Like, do we really want to give a guy who's coming off of Achilles that we don't even know if you're going to be the same? We already just slid out the playoffs. But if you can keep this thing together, and I mean, they're in what seed are they right now?
I don't know. I think they're currently the 6th seed, I think.
Yeah, they're currently. I mean, like, if they can stay in,
they're currently 6th seed.
Yeah, if they can stay in 6. Well, I mean, why not? Like,
how are they going to stay in 6?
AD got a hoop.
You lose 25 and 12.
AD got a hoop, and also Drew Holiday has to step it up. Like, Drew Holiday has been very good this year, but he has to take it back to like an all-star level that he once was back in Philly. He has to take another step. I mean, if they can stay 6th, 7th, okay, cool. But if they slide out the playoffs, I'm
not maxing you out to be 6, 7 in the West. Like, for what?
But what you gonna do though? You gonna waste AD's prime?
Okay,
you're not gonna trade AD.
Look, look. If I'm them, honestly, if I'm the Pelicans, it's time for a fire sale. It is. Look, Anthony Davis is clearly one of the best players in the NBA. Yes, I get it, but he is a guy that is proven to not be consistent in terms of his health. You've only made it to the playoffs 1 year. So it's not like this experiment has been a success. Like, you perennially are making it, but you like the Hawks and you're in the middle of the road. Personally, I feel like it's time for the Pelicans to just do a fire sale. If Boogie says he wants to resign and you think that you want to resign Boogie after this season, fine. But if I'm them, I'll call up Boston and I say, look, give us Al Horford, give us 2 people off your bench and that #1 pick, and you can have Anthony Davis. We need to start over. And then you tank the rest of this year. You try to lose as many games as fucking humanly possible. Yep. And then you go out and you try and get you a young draft pick and pair them with Al Horford and Drew Holiday. Because I still think that even if the Celtics were like, I mean, even if the Pelicans were like, we want Jaylen Brown. Give us Jaylen Brown and Al Horford, and we'll give you Anthony Davis. Give us Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, #1 pick, and we'll give you Anthony Davis. I'm doing the heartbeat.
I would take it.
Take it. Because then I still have Tatum, and then I know Hayward's coming back, and then I can slot Tatum in the shooting guard or Hayward in the shooting guard. Like,
you got the #1.
Like, we'll live.
You can take homeboy. You can take homeboy from Duke. What's his name? Bagley.
You will live.
Like, I'm not.
And I'll just start Marcus Smart. And I'll start Marcus Smart.
In the league, you got to be the best or the worst. Being in the middle was the worst thing to be.
NBA, like, but I'm not trading Anthony. Anthony Davis got to come to me and tell me.
And you still got Shane Larkin on the bench.
No, Anthony Davis got to come to me and tell me I don't want to play here no more for me to trade. I'm not trading Anthony Davis.
Why? You need to restart. You're just going to be a mediocre team forever.
But bro,
and you can still re-sign Boogie if you want to.
But listen, all of these markets can't sustain to do what you know how much fucking revenue you gonna lose immediately if you trade Anthony Davis. They already not coming to the games. You know how much revenue you're going to lose? Like, all of these markets can't sustain that. This isn't Chicago. Chicago can do that. People going to come to Bulls games regardless. No People coming to Lakers games regardless. This is New Orleans.
The Pelicans are 6th from last in the league in attendance right now.
That market cannot that you can't do that.
Okay, fine, GMO Pavy.
Nah, but this is the real thing.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Smaller market teams can't afford, which is why they have so much trouble getting good. Like the Hornets, they want to trade Kemba. You trade Kemba, who the fuck coming to Charlotte Hornets games? They probably need to trade Kemba and get some assets, but you can't do that. Like, you still have to run a business and run a franchise.
In the NBA in attendance.
That's crazy. At least Anthony Davis has to come to me, sit in my office and say,
I want out.
I want knee surgery. Like Kyrie said, I want knee surgery. I'm going to get knee surgery if you don't trade me.
But if I'm Anthony Davis, I kind of feel like this is the time for me to finally make that move. Like, look, I've been good to the franchise. Look, we thought DeMarcus was going to be what it is. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go somewhere where I have the opportunity to compete and contend. And I would much rather us go through this now than to make it a long, drawn-out saga. Now, you guys have an out. I have an out. We both have a mutual understanding. I'm not saying that if you keep me or if you tell me that you want me to stay, that I'm not going to play. But I just feel like it's time for me to move on. Like, why should he waste the first 5 to 8 years of his prime in purgatory?
He'll be Kevin Garnett.
Worse, pretty much. Kevin Garnett, and actually worse than Kevin Garnett, because at least KG made it to the playoffs, and Denver made it to the playoffs every year. You made it once, and y'all got swept by the Warriors. And the closest you got was like getting to overtime, and Steph Curry went crazy and won the game.